I got off work yesterday, went for a bit of a drive, and ended up in Itasca County. So this morning I'm bringing you into the Chippewa National Forest. We're at one of those dispersed campsites that the forest has. It's on a remote little lake in the middle of nowhere. There's no boat landings, no hand launches, no cabins, no people. We've got this whole place to ourselves. I got in here last night at about 10:30. It was completely dark, and originally I was going to try and find a place to stay in Cass County. But by the time I got there, it was getting dark, so I was having a hard time navigating the forest roads, and I was finding an occupied campsite. So I got on the phone, started looking, where can we go that I'm not going to run into people? And the answer to that is we'll keep driving north. So that's why we ended up here. I've been here once before, probably 2 years ago, and I had some really strange things happen to me while I was here. So we'll see if they happen again. But for now, we gotta wake Toby up, and then we'll show you this place. The sun just doesn't know if it wants to come out or not. A storm went through last night. It was thundering and lightning, woke me up at about 3 o'clock. Last time I checked the Weather Channel was Thursday, and said it was supposed to be beautiful out. Didn't mention anything about the rain. Unfortunately, this area has zero cell phone service, so thankful I have that weather radio. Check out the view from this hill. I'd like to put the hammock up in one of these trees, start a fire. I'll definitely have to dig the pit out, but this wind, should probably check to see what the radio says.
Frequency mode.
Rest of today, partly sunny. A slight chance of showers late this morning. High 65 to 70. West winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour in the evening.
I'm thankful that I have this radio. 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I would have probably worried that there was a storm moving through, but it doesn't sound like it's just much but wind. Wow, it's getting breezy. The bad news is, I don't think we're going to be able to have a fire up on top of this hill. I got a solution for that, though. I got the camper parked down on the bottom of this hill, so I'm probably going to be able to stay out of the winds. We can maybe have a fire down here tonight. But first things first, I'm going to relax. Grab the coffee, look over the lake. After all, it is my day off. Toby, you coming up? Good boy. There's a trail going around the lake. Figured we'd go check this out. I'm hoping that it leads to something more than just a latrine up here. This looks like maybe just a game trail. It's really not defined. Oh, there's something over here. Just a rock. Oh, wait a second. I think we maybe stumbled on another campsite. I don't think that anyone's been here in quite a while. It's a nice fire ring though. It seems like there's campsites for tents all over up here, and I'd like to get into doing some of that this year. Kind of up on a hill here, really windy. It looks like there's a main trail coming in here, so let's follow it out and see if it goes to the road. It does lead out to the road, but if you blink, you'll miss it. I think if you did enough work, you could probably get the camper back there. Otherwise, that's a perfect spot for a tent. Definitely have to remember this spot. We'll head back to the campsite. It's kind of a bummer. There's no way that we're going to be able to have a fire up on the hill tonight. It's just way too windy out here. When I plan on cooking supper over the fire, supper is going to take a couple hours to prepare. So let me show you what I'm thinking we're going to do for the fire. I've been carrying around some different equipment for the last couple of months, just waiting for the chance to use it. Tonight, we're going to use one of them, the smokeless fire pit. Let's give this thing a shot. I picked this stove up at Walmart probably 2 months ago. I've been carrying it around waiting for the perfect chance to use it. It was like 99 bucks. Let's see how good it is. Looks like it comes with instructions. I can barely read, more or less talk. Let's get it unpacked. Ooh, a carrying case. I was wondering if it'd have that. I'm thinking this isn't going to be too hard to put together. There's a lot of pieces in here. Instructions. Okay, take out all of the parts. Step 1. Step 2, put in the ash pan. Gotcha. Step 3 says to turn the stove chamber upside down. Place it right there. Alright, step 4, place the stove base in the fire ring. Bingo. Well, now that I see it put together, it's really pretty simple. Definitely be able to use it. The big question is going to be can we fit a log in there? No. It'll burn down though, or we can cut it up. We'll make it work. And the wind this afternoon just doesn't want to stop. I got a little bit of meal prepping to do, and then we can start the fire. Tonight's supper was a suggestion down in the comments. Someone said they wanted to see some kebabs over the fire. Let's get it done. We're going to be using both chicken and beef. So the first thing we need to do is cut these up. Well, that looks good right there. For the chicken, I'm going to use this honey hickory rub. And on the steak, I went with the sweet and spicy. And we just need to make sure that we get all of the pieces of meat covered. We're going to throw them in bags and then put them in the fridge. They'll sit in there for probably an hour or so while the fire gets ready. Man, I love having running water again. I'll be roasting some vegetables on the fire too. Got the onion, peppers, and mushroom caps. I like to put the vegetables on separate from the meat. Meat always takes a lot longer than the vegetables do, so we're going to roast these, but I'll just get them cut up quick. I got it all cut up. I think it's time that we go outside and start this fire. couple of these guys. I have never used one of these stoves before. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to try and light it just like this, and hopefully we'll get her to burn down a little bit, and then I'm going to put the kebabs right over the top of the fire, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the vegetables. First, let's get this going. I imagine this will start, maybe. I might as well fill it up. Just remember, I'm not claiming to be a professional. But it's burning. I brought the Sawzall with, so I'm going to cut the logs in half. I think they'll fit in the stove a little bit better. The fire's starting to go down, but I'm really surprised at how long it's lasting. I think it would have burnt up in a fire pit by now. Can't believe how long it's taken for that fire to burn down. I got the chicken all skewered up, and now I'm going to put the steak on, and I'll show you in a little bit what we're going to do with the vegetables. Perfect. I have no clue how long this is going to take. I'm just going to keep a close eye on it. Oh, it smells so good. The chicken is cooking quick. Well, so far I'm able to keep everything spinning. The steak is easy enough to flip, not so much the chicken. There we go, just like that. This might still be a little too hot yet. It's cooking quick. You guys remember in the beginning of the video I told you I had some weird stuff happen out here. It was about 2 years ago. I just got done making supper, and I was heading up to the camper, heard this whooping noise, just this whoop whoop, and it was a sound that like sent vibrations through my body. It was crazy. It was a sound that I've never heard before. It felt like a car that has a lot of bass, and when the bass just goes right through you, that's what it felt like. Strange feeling, that's for sure. It's the first and only time I've ever heard something like that. What was it? I don't know. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring these in and I'll show you what we're going to do with them. I don't want to be cooking them too long over the fire. From here, they're just going to burn. Look at the meat stick. Yeah. Let's go get these taken care of. So here's the plan. We're going to take the steak and the chicken. I'm going to put it in an aluminum foil bag along with the vegetables. Put some olive oil, some salt. Put it back on the fire. It should be delicious. All right, first in the vegetables. Just drizzle some olive oil in there. And some pepper, salt. Let's add in the mushrooms and the meat. Close this up really good and tight, and this is going to go back on the fire. You really have to let this stove burn down, otherwise it's going to burn your food. But now it should be all set. You can see there's not much fire there. I'm going to give it about 15 minutes on each side. It should be perfect. It is getting so late, but I think this is finally done. Let's open it up, take a look at it. Oh, perfect. That looks delicious. That steam is rising up out of there. The chicken is cooked. It's really juicy too. So what I think I'm going to do is have supper quick, get this camper cleaned up and go to bed. I'll get you a shot of the stars and I'll see you in the morning. Oh, this is going to be good. Perfect. I bought this percolator years ago. It was back before the generator or the power stations. Forgot how good it makes the coffee taste. I think that smokeless fire pit's going to come in handy. It really is smokeless. You can see on the percolator, normally this thing will be black sitting over the campfire. That's going to make cleanup a lot easier. And you don't get smoked out of your chair either. Coffee always tastes better out of the percolator. One of my favorite things to do on Sunday mornings is adding your letters to my book of memories. And this week just so happens to be my 3-year anniversary here on the channel. Can you imagine that? 3 years. I would have never guessed I'd still be doing this 3 years. Something like 6.5 million views, over 150 videos, and we're coming close to 44,000 subscribers. It just blows my mind. But I think what I'm going to do is read you guys a poem that someone had wrote me. And this is pretty cool. The lessons learned and lessons shared. We could tell that Kenny really cared. You take us camping throughout this beautiful land. These Minnesota state forests, they are so grand. As the weeks come to pass, we can't wait to see the next adventure from you to me. We all get excited for your next camping on the go. You keep us entertained with each passing show. Waiting to learn where else you will go, wondering what you'll be cooking on the next show. Making it different at each site you show, cleaning up the campground wherever you roam. Setting an example we can all take home. You make us laugh and smile as we watch you venture with each passing mile. What an adventure it is to behold, especially when Kenny has a story to be told. Camping with Kenny never gets old, keeping it kind and honest, as he has told, taking him with us down the road. For Kenny is a shining example to behold. Sincerely, Jeremy and Jody. What an awesome birthday gift for the channel. Thank you very much. I've also got some stickers, decorate the front of the book. That's always awesome. This month I've even had some folks sending in a couple of different fishing lures. These are gonna nail some crappies out there, and even gift cards. I mean, thank you very much, Dale. That's awesome. I'm starting to hear raindrops up on the roof. I think we should get outside, at least get that fire pit put away. Good news is, if it's raining on the way home, it takes the bugs off the front cap on the camper. I'm definitely going to be keeping the smokeless fire pit in the truck. I'll be using it. I think it worked really well. And I just don't want the truck to smell like smoke. I'll have to let you know how that works out. If you have one of these, you'll have to let me know. I seen Matt Tolbers use one probably about a year ago, so I asked him down in his comments if it made his vehicle smell like smoke, and he said no. So fingers crossed, we don't have any issues. Boy, it breaks down really nice and small. Perfect. Nice. If you're still watching at this point, I'm going to assume it's because you're a regular viewer of the channel, and I really appreciate you. All your guys' comments down below, the thumbs up, that's what helps the channel grow. Obviously, the plan is to make this channel something that I could do full time. Right now, I support the channel by working a regular full-time job. I'm a state employee, so Monday through Friday, 45 hours of the week, I belong to the man. And on the weekends, I spend about 40 to 50 hours a week recording and editing for the videos. However, after 3 years, I've come to the realization that I'll never be able to go full time just with AdSense alone. Google just doesn't pay enough, and it's not consistent enough. So, because so many people have asked, I think I am going to start a Patreon page. And one of the things with that is it's going to be a lot of the behind the scenes content on there, probably a lot of Toby content on there as well. And I want you guys to know that the decision to start Patreon was a really, really hard one for me. I've never been one to ask people for help, so this was a huge step. And it was because of another viewer, another content creator, Will. He's the one that kind of opened up my eyes. Let me share with you what Will said. It's okay to be the beneficiary of a blessing. When people give, they receive a blessing from the Lord. And when you don't take it, you're robbing them of that blessing. Why am I telling you this? Because don't rob your viewers of a blessing. We want to give to you because of the gift that you continually give to us. So pray about it and see if the Lord leads you to starting a Patreon account. The YouTube community has been really great for me. There's a couple of content creators that I talk to often. We bounce ideas off of, Larry and Jack, and there's guys like Will. And Will and I, we've talked to each other in the comments below the videos. He'll comment on my videos, I comment on his videos. For him to take the time out of his day to write that letter to me is really special, and it opened up my eyes. If you haven't checked out Will's channel, go check it out, Swander with Will. But I really appreciate that. I'll get that Patreon account set up sooner than later, and I'll put a link for it down in the description of the videos, and it might be down there on this video. I'm not sure. I go to work tomorrow, and then Tuesdays you guys get the videos. For now, I think we're gonna call this video. We got this one in the bag, and you guys have been hanging out with me and Toby all week long. He's so lazy. We'll do this again next Tuesday. Until then, be kind, be honest. We'll see you down the road.